Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. I'm Steven Silver, character designer and teacher, dedicated to helping you learn about the art industry and living up to your potential. Whippy! All right, so just before we get started here, it's coming up really quick. There's less than 1 week left. If you are interested in attending my one-day live caricature workshop in Burbank, it's going to be a full day sort of teaching you how to do caricatures professionally. If you want to make a living doing it at parties, at theme parks, wherever you want to go, I'm going to teach you my process on how to do that. So it's going to be a fun day. So today what I wanted to talk about was really the importance of acting quickly on things. And the reason I say this is because we get these ideas and we think, hey, I want to try this. Again, you name it. It could be, I want to start my own this. I want to do my own that. I want to create this. I want to create that. Fill in the blanks, whatever that may be. And what I've found out and what I realize is that we are, especially as artists, our minds are constantly thinking. We're thinking because we're trying to learn things. We're thinking because we're trying to work and create something. We're thinking because we're working for someone else doing something. And we're constantly on the go, whether you're in a freelance form aspect of it, or you're working in-house at a studio, whatever it may be. So our mind is constantly churning. And what I realize is the danger. And maybe this doesn't apply for everyone. Maybe it's just me talking here. But I realize that if you don't act quickly on something, we just like squirrel all the time. We just all of a sudden we want to start doing something else. We get these brainy ideas. Oh my God, I'm going to create this book. I'm going to start this. And all of a sudden, if we don't act on it straight away, then we start to think about this other thing that we want to do. And then we start to think about this other thing that we want to do. And what I've realized, the most important thing, in all honesty, to do is when you have an idea, if it's something that you just start to get the build up on, just begin the process. Just start. Again, you might not finish. You might not go all the way through with it. It might be this fantastical idea, but I think you have to at least start it, because then you're going to give yourself at least some time in that moment to decide whether it's worth pursuing or not. Otherwise, you just end up abandoning ship and jumping and doing something else because your mindset keeps changing all the time. And I really feel like this has been my experience, like why I need to act on that idea, because there are so many ideas. If you really just can sit back sometimes and just start to think what's doable, what's possible. I truly believe, and I think it's where just a lot of my passion and mindset comes from, even when I've discussed this out loud and vocally. I truly believe that there's so many opportunities for artists. You just have to really try to think outside the box and try to always keep your eyes and ears open, look for new things. And oftentimes you got to realize a lot of these things are going to take a little bit of investment. Not only is it investment of time, but they oftentimes require investment of money. And for yourself as an artist, you got to start asking, there's ambitions I have, there's things that I want to do, but where can I start maybe saving? Where can I start pulling back on maybe habits that I've had that I keep saying I don't have enough resources, enough money or something else? Maybe you're one of those artists that pays $60 every time a new video game comes out and you realize, what, do I need to keep doing that? Or can I keep playing the games that I have? Again, what other things? Maybe every day you're going out and you're buying lunch instead of going to the grocery store and buying stuff and just trying to save money that way. I don't know. Think of little ways, but I don't know if that's you or not. But that's something just to really think about and go, if this is something I want to do, I got to invest in myself. And that's a lesson that stuck with me ever since I was a little boy, when my uncle, he used to he lived in Ireland and he ran like a clothing company out there. And he always just said, and I just remember saying, he said, invest in yourself. invested. The best thing that you can ever do is invest in yourself. Don't worry about so much investing in other people and all that and sticking your money in all these other places. He said, put that money back into you, invest in yourself. And that always stuck with me. And it's something that I did every time when I was doing caricatures at the shopping malls every year. I took some money, I built a booth. The next year with the money I earned, I set up a separate account for my caricature operations to where the next year I was able to build a bigger, better booth. And it's that constant growth, and that's something that you have to do. But the most important thing is just don't procrastinate. Just don't procrastinate on the actions, on the things that you want to make happen, and just do it, because I'm telling you, your mind is going to change. So don't keep waiting. And I think maybe that's what keeps pushing you up, because then you go, well, I don't know what I want to do. I'm not sure. I keep changing my mind. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. And it becomes this routine when reality is you kind of do know. There are those little glimpses of things that you know that you want to get started, that you want to do, that you want to get involved in, that you want to partake in. And then you just, because you push it off, all of a sudden your mind changes again. And that's why I would encourage you just to start the process of acting on it, because you don't know what it's going to become. I can tell you, I have so many projects that I have started that I have not completed, but I started them and they've built up these folders, and I got all these little things that I'm going to do that. And it's almost like preparing, because I can always, the beautiful thing about that is, when all of a sudden I start to feel that inclination and that gut feeling again of just like, I kind of want to continue that, then it's already been started and I don't feel like I'm starting from scratch. And then it's an easier process for me just to get involved in again. So then I can start it. So that's why the most important thing is put those things, create that book that you can't even print right now, that you can't even afford to print, that you've done all the research and you go, oh my God, or I don't have enough followers to really do a Kickstarter campaign, or I don't have, whatever it is, that it becomes the dream of like, I want to create that book, I want to create that puzzle, I want to create that game, I want to create whatever it's going to be. Just make it, even though you can't physically make it, you can make it. You can put in your time investment and your time management and spend however long it takes to do and get it going. And I tell you that because I have those things. I have probably about 3 other books that I haven't even released yet, I haven't even put out yet, that are just sitting idle because I got gung-ho about making them, I got gung-ho about doing it, and all of a sudden I got distracted and I started working on other things, or work came, life happened, and things happen which sort of put it on the sidelines, but it's there and it's ready. And even though I have those things ready, I'm still creating that new concept and that new idea. I'm working on something new and thinking, oh, this will be a good thing to start and prepare me. And it's important to maybe set some goals for yourself in the aspect of maybe you got a convention coming up. Maybe right now it's 2020, but you go, in 2021, I'm going to set up at this show at this date and this month, and research what shows are coming up, what conventions, what ones can you make, what ones can you really, get to, maybe logistics wise, through financials, or even just environment wise. How close is it to you? And you go, okay, there's one coming up in March 2021. This gives me a goal, something to set myself forward to, and that forward momentum. And that's how you start making things happen. So again, the most important thing that you just kind of got to remember is just really think about just acting on that stuff right now before you change your mind, because it's guaranteed to happen. Just get it started, and that's the important thing. All right. So that's it. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. To learn more about my Skype mentorships and workshops, please visit silvertunes.com. And if you like, sign up for my mailing list where you'll be notified of any upcoming workshops or events. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll talk to you next week.